I'm having breakfast right now. I don't really have that many plans. It's kind of just gonna be a day where I do things that I want to do that are like fun to me. So I think I'm gonna go thrifting because I'm supposed to be going to Miami this weekend and I really don't have that many outfits that I'm excited about, so I want to go look for some things. But I've been doing this book, The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. Weekly you do something called an artist date, which is where you just spend some time with yourself. Yeah, and then along with each chapter there are journal prompts and activities and tasks for you to do. So today I think I'm gonna go do the artist date, but while I'm doing my artist date I'm gonna do the tasks that were assigned for week 1, and then I'll probably read the chapter for week 2. And then tonight there is a spoken word open mic night at a local bar, but it's not like a sports bar or anything. And alongside all of these things, I'm gonna be taking a microdose. So I started microdosing mushrooms about maybe like 3 months ago because I heard of all of the great benefits of them. I've always been a firm believer in plant medicine and just turning towards natural resources when we can instead of pharmaceuticals. So when I started researching a little bit more, and honestly Netflix released this documentary called How to Change Your Mind, watched that in literally one day and was fascinated. So I've done my research, I've read books, I have looked at numerous different sources, watched many different documentaries, and I felt like microdosing mushrooms would be the best option for me because I do struggle with anxiety and depression, and one of the major benefits of mushrooms is that it helps to eliminate anxiety and depression. And in my personal experience, I've just noticed that it has completely gotten rid of the judgment that I place on myself. So when I am microdosing, I feel more aligned to being my authentic self because I'm not judging myself. I'm not second guessing every single thing that I do. So yeah, so that's been my experience. Alongside that, I have felt like I feel more creative, I feel more focused, like I'm able to zone in on whatever I'm doing and honestly just be completely present. On a normal day, my brain is jumping from place to place, but when I'm microdosing, I feel like I can focus on the task at hand, and I felt more creative. And honestly, I feel like the reason I feel more creative is because I don't have ego in my mind telling me, you know, something sucks or this idea is stupid. So I'm able to act on my ideas without feeling judged. That's why I microdose. I don't necessarily take them in a specific regimen, so I can't say like, okay, from the past 8 weeks I felt less anxious or whatever it is, but as a whole from the times that I've taken them, I can say that I felt truly present. Honestly, I would say it's just like my self-doubt and my ego, it just kind of melts away and I'm able to show up as the person that I want to be a little bit easier. Like it still requires effort and thought, but like I'm judging myself less. So I just got out the shower. It's the outfit change. I'm gonna do the rest of my skincare and do my makeup, but alongside that, let's talk about spending time alone and why you should do it, why I do it. I feel like this could kind of be a vibe. I don't know, kind of looks dumb at the same time. So since I moved to Florida, I have been spending a lot of time at home, primarily because after the first 3 months, I quit my job and began to work on my photography business full time. So I'd be at home working on my business and just trying to figure out my next steps, and it was very lonely. Yeah, I left Virginia knowing a lot of people, having my set friend group, and then I came here and knew absolutely no one but my girlfriend and my mom. Yeah, I quickly became lonely, spent a lot of time in isolation, which because of COVID I was somewhat used to already, but it was really not good for my mental health up until I decided to start going back to work. And when I went back to work, I would say that's when spending alone time became kind of fun, because I was going to the beach and just getting to know myself. I started to connect back with my inner child and started to do the kind of activities I used to do as a kid, like read fantasy, write a lot. I was writing a lot, and I'm still continuing to build that relationship with myself. But now it's like when I have time alone, I love it. It's a comfort. I spend a lot of time doing shadow work and unpacking some of my inner shit. But it wasn't always like this. When I first started, like I said, I was obsessively working on my photography or watching content or watching TV. And I feel like it's so easy to distract ourselves today that we can go through our lives without even getting to know who we are. You know, and trying to figure out what I want for my life, I really had to prioritize getting to know myself, because I'm like, I can't even hear my inner voice. How can I know what I truly want in this life? And how can I start to go after the things that I want? Before building a strong friend group, getting to know myself and developing this relationship where I can spend time alone with myself was really important to me, because I wanted to call in friends in my life who really aligned with my values and the kind of life that I want to create. Honestly, I've never been much of a makeup girly, so I'm starting to get into it. But anyways, after, you know, really realizing that I was running away from getting to know myself, I realized that you stand to gain so much just by spending time alone. You get to learn about what you like to do. You learn to hear your inner voice and strengthen that relationship. So when you hear your intuition, you know that it's from you and you can trust it. One thing I enjoy about spending time alone is that if there's something that you want to try, you don't need anybody's permission, however weird or uncool it is, or honestly, even if it's just something that like your friends or your partner don't like to do, you have full permission to just go do it with yourself and to take your time with it. And I feel like this is one of the reasons that a lot of people hype up solo traveling, because when you travel with somebody else, you have to take into account their itinerary. When we talk about knowing ourselves, I feel like we talk about the perspective of knowing the self that we present to other people and not knowing ourselves authentically. Spending time alone, you get to know who you are authentically. You get to know who you are without people around. I feel like getting to know yourself is the first step in building a life that you love. One thing I've been doing is literally like recording myself, talking to the camera, and just telling myself stories, and kind of just like in the way that you would FaceTime a friend. I've been doing that for myself, especially when I'm trying to work out things that I'm thinking about or decisions that I want to make. I literally just consult myself like I'm my own therapist. But some things that you can do to spend time alone is you can have a picnic and you can bring whatever you like to do. Another thing you can do is like go to the beach or go swimming. You could go to the museum, go to an art gallery. I also want to add that if you're looking to meet new people, being alone is a great way to go about meeting people, because if you're out in public alone, people are going to be attracted to starting conversations with you. At least what I found in my experience. Another thing that you can do in your alone time is start something new, start a new hobby. So for me, one thing I started was making my YouTube videos again and making content. And although I do want this to become my full-time career, you can interpret that however you'd like. We're about to get ready to go to the thrift store. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and take my microdose, and we're going to go on Pinterest and look for kind of vibe that I want to get for today. So I just took my microdose, and yeah, so now we're gonna go look for outfit inspo. I like a lot of vests, matching sets, long skirts, kind of just like cool girl denim. She's like effortlessly cool. One thing that I do is I make sure that I'm adding a variety of body types to my boards, because I never want the content that I'm consuming to be completely polarized with any certain body type. Oh, another thing that's essential to going to the thrift store is making sure that you have headphones. But okay, I'm ready to go. Let's go. literally just got out of the thrift store. I think I was there for only like an hour or so. It's 1:37 now, but I got so much good stuff. Like this entire bag, probably like 5 or 6 pieces for like less than $30. So I'm pretty happy with it. And I found a couple things that I had on my Pinterest board, especially like I had a bunch of vests on my board, and today was it was the day to come for vests. So I'm excited to show you. I think I'm gonna show it to you guys when I get home, but I'm starving now. It's really hot outside and I don't really feel like going to sit at the beach. So I think I'm gonna go to a cafe and do my artist date questions and get some lunch. And this cafe that I'm gonna go to, I really love. Hopefully they have a seat because they're usually really busy, so we'll see. Literally, one thing I'm realizing is that you are so capable of creating the environment and the life where you feel like you can thrive, because when I don't do my morning routine and I neglect cleaning my space and taking care of myself and just making myself feel good and doing the things that I know will improve my everyday, like, I don't know, it's just funny because like I feel like we as people know what we need to do to be the best version of ourselves, and oftentimes we neglect it. But you know what's crazy is that when we actually do the things and you see how it improves your life and how it actually works and how capable you are of dictating how your day goes, like by making the choice to have a good day and setting that foundation in the morning, it's literally insane how amazing your life can be. Last night I took an everything shower. I made sure my nails were done. I made sure I felt good. I meditated before bed. I turned on my rain sounds. My space was clean. And when I woke up, I literally felt in the best mood ever. So I mean, every day is not gonna be like that. By you taking time to prepare the night before or waking up earlier, you are being so kind to yourself, and you will thank yourself for doing those things. Like, I am so appreciative that I got up this morning and I did my morning pages and I did my yoga and I meditated, and now I'm just having an amazing day and I'm appreciating life. You have the power to cultivate that for yourself literally every single day. So I don't know, I'm just feeling a lot of gratitude, and I'm about to go into the cafe. Okay, so I just got home. Honestly, all of a sudden I started feeling really tired, so I think I'm just gonna chill out. Okay, so the first thing I got was this like denim dress. I was really excited when I saw this, and then I also saw this denim vest. I was like, oh my god, this is a good day for my Pinterest board. First up, we have the denim dress. A little looser than I thought it would be, but it does feel pretty comfortable. I really like how the top looks. So if anything, I'm always thinking I could throw something over the bottom. Okay, so the next thing I got was this blue vest. So the next thing I got was this black t-shirt, and I got it in a size small because I wanted it to fit kind of like a crop top, but I just really liked the detail right here. And I was like, instead of wearing the same black t-shirts all the time, I was like, this looks flattering. I'm really happy with how this one fits as well. So this one, I got it in a size medium, and I really love this neckline. It is so flattering, and I feel like this would just be cute even with like these blue jeans. Last shirt I got is another like basic, just a little elevated, but I really like this one because the neckline is really original. And then there's like ties. That's everything that I got. I did have some other things in my cart, but I was kind of like, do I just want it because I feel like it's trendy, or do I actually like it a lot? And my style is actually quite simple, but honestly, I feel like I kind of did a lot today already. So I'm just gonna take the next couple hours to kind of just chill. I'll probably read a little bit, and I got like an idea for a video while I was at the coffee shop. So I think I'm gonna just brainstorm that out a little bit and flesh it out. My girlfriend is actually reading this book called The Creative Act right now. but I think I might steal it from her and read it because I've just been in a mood to consume all things on storytelling and creativity. I was reading this book called Recapture the Rapture, which is more like, it's more like existentialist, philosophical, which is definitely my vibe. But right now, I feel like with reading, I have to just read whatever interests me in the moment in order for me to finish books, because I can't just like make myself read a book when I'm like obsessed with something else. I'm gonna steal it from her. I'm sure she won't mind. But for now, I'm just gonna brainstorm and then I'll probably just read and chill. Right now, it's almost 5. And I think the spoken word poetry thing tonight starts at 8.
Temple to my magnificence and splendor, my style be cosmic. Every gray hair in my head be a comet streaking through the dark expanse of space. My voice be solar winds coasting off of a nearby sun. My teeth are entire galaxies, and my smile be a big bang. My mere presence is real.
So we just got back from the poetry night. Honestly, I was like, I'm kind of tired, and we didn't have seats, and so we were standing up for the first 45 minutes of the show. I'm gonna come back again. They do it every Monday, and I think there's like different themes, but I'm like, next time I know for sure I need to get there early at like 7:30, because I can just, you know, we can just get drinks and
chill.
Yeah. But I really liked it. There were some really good artists there. But I'm about to go home. Probably gonna take a shower because I'm fucking sweating. So
it was hot in there. Someone was getting musty. I could
really
smell it. I checked myself up first. I was like, okay, it's not me.
Yeah, like it's always my like upper lip that sweats first.
Listening.
I'm home now. One thing about me is that I have a pet peeve of falling asleep with wet hair, or when Kayla like takes a shower at night and her hair is wet. It just gives me the ick. I don't like it. It was super humid out all day today, so I was like, let me wet my hair because it was looking a mess, low-key. I just thought it was so cool to see so many people just be so confident and be able to express themselves so poetically. I don't know, it was just really beautiful experience to see so many people in the crowd just hyping them up, and you could just feel the love, and the energy in that room just felt so magnetizing. I think it's definitely gonna be a Monday night staple for me from now on. It just really is a way to feel connected in our human experience, and you really realize that we are all going through the same things, well, to a certain degree, and there are certain things that just make us human, and it just feels so good to not know a person but still feel so comforted by them and excited for them. It feels so good to be integrating this practice of being inspired back into my life. So I'm gonna end the night here and just go ahead and read this book until I fall asleep.